Good day po, teachers! Welcome back po dito sa Learning Pal kung saan po tayo nag-share ng latest DepEd news and updates and free learning resources. So ngayon po, pag-uusapan po natin ito pong proposed bill ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian about po sa discontinuing the use of spiral progression approach. So mukhang bago po tong issue na to, no? So check po natin yung sa bills na check po natin yung mga bills po na nakafile po sa Senate of the Philippines. So, mapapansin po natin dito bago po magsara yung 19th Congress, meron pong bill na 2984 discontinuing the use of spiral progression approach in the basic education curriculum. So, tignan po natin, teachers, kung ano ba ang reason bakit gusto ipahinto ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian ito pong paggamit ng spiral progression approach sa ating basic education curriculum. So, sabi po dito, lakihan ko lang po raw ay discontinuing the use of spiral progression approach in the basic education curriculum by deleting for the purpose Section 5, Paragraph G of Republic Act Number 10533, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. So, gusto pong ipadelete ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian ito pong paggamit ng spiral progression approach sa basic education curriculum. So, alam naman po natin na ang approach po na ginamit po sa ating basic education curriculum ay ito pong spiral progression approach. Kung saan po yung mga skills and concept ay tinuturo po from different grade levels, from simple to complex in different grade level po. So, nakalagay po yan sa K-12 curriculum po natin. Ngayon po ay gusto po itong ipatigil at parang wag na pong gamitin ito pong spiral progression approach. Dahil marami pong mga reasons na nakita po si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian. So, check po natin yung mga different reasons na binigay po niya. So, ito po yung study na ginawa po nung year 2020, study by the Assessment Curriculum and Technology Research Center or ACTRC, na yung mga teachers daw po ng grades 3, 6, 10, and senior high school ay walang adequate time to teach all the competencies under the intended K-12 curriculum. So, kung hindi po naituro yung mga concepts na yon, lahat ng concepts, ay ang mangyayari po ay wala pong susundan sa next po na grade level yung mga students and teachers dahil nga po hindi na ituro yung competencies na yon doon po sa kanilang supposedly grade level. So, yan po yung disadvantage ng spiral ring approach. So, next po is, ito po, no? Furthermore, there is a notable lack of studies employing robust empirical methodologies to evaluate the effectiveness of utilizing the spiral curriculum, particularly within the Philippine context. So, medyo, ano po to, no? Medyo malaking issue dahil ginamit po natin yung spiral progression approach knowing na ito po yung nararapat po para sa ating Philippine context education. Kaya lang po, lumabas po sa studies na walang mga empirical methodologies, no? Walang mga studies na nagsasabi na effective itong spiral progression approach sa Philippine context po, no? So, next po is po dun sa last consultative meeting, there was consensus that teachers in delivering lessons using the spiral progression approach are no longer teaching as content experts or subject specialists, but are required by the approach to teach as generalists. They also lack training, experience, preparation, and resources. In sum, there is no mastery for both the teachers and the learners. So, mukhang marami pong makaka-relate dito, teachers. And malaki pong issue to, no? Dahil ang alam ko po is yung mga training institutions ay nag-adjust para po yung mga nagti-teacher ay magkaroon po ng curriculum kung saan ma-address po itong issues. Ngayon, ang tanong is, kung ito pong report ay lumabas, ano na pong mangyayari, no? So, mukhang kailangan talaga ng national task force from DepEd to take a look on this and to evaluate talaga, no? Kung ito pong spiral progression approach ay talagang effective in terms of teaching the competencies and skills to the student. So, kailangan po talaga ng malalim na pag-aaral po dito. So, hopefully, magkaroon po ng development po dito and talagang ma-check kung talaga pong nararapat na tayo ay gumamit ng spiral progression approach sa ating pagtuturo. So, yun lang po mga teachers. Kung meron po kayong comments, suggestions, or any yun po masasabi nyo sa pinag-usapan po tayo about sa spiral progression approach. So, para po ba sa inyo ay effective po ba itong approach in teaching your lessons? So, please subscribe po and don't forget to hit that notification bell para updated po tayo for latest news about DepEd.